You know a movie's in trouble when you side with the villain. You also know you're old when everything in your childhood is bastardized. Welcome, everybody. It's the Angry Grant Show, everyone. If you couldn't already tell. Hide your children. This is not appropriate for them, because I am unleashed. Welcome, everyone, to the Angry Grant Show. For those who don't know, I'm going to rant. I'm not going to control my word vomit, so viewer discretion is advised. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raising Popcorn with Grant, everybody, the Angry Grant Show. And today we're talking about a totally unnecessary movie. That movie is Snow Day, the remake. So Snow Day is directed by Michael Lembeck. He previously did Santa Claus 2, which was pretty good, Santa Claus 3, which wasn't very good, and The Tooth Fairy, which was okay, and some other stuff I've never seen, including a previous Nickelodeon movie with JoJo Siwa, which I've not seen. So she is name dropped in this movie, though. Honestly, to be real with you guys, I have nothing against Miss Siwa. The idea of that movie sounded like a nightmare, and I opted out. Just saying. But this movie, Snow Day, is a remake. And it is a remake of the 2000 film, also produced by Nickelodeon, called Snow Day. So what is the film about? It's the same plot, just about, except with really stupid minor cosmetic changes, and it's also a musical for some reason. But for those who don't know, the story goes like this. Set in Syracuse, New York, and little Natalie and her brother Hal want nothing more than a snow day, just like any other kid, a day off from school. What stands in their way is the sinister snowplow man, played by Trainor. We'll get back to him in a minute. When the snow day hits, they have to contend with him. Or more importantly, Natalie and her pals have to contend with him. But while that's going on, Hal only has eyes for the beautiful Claire, who is dating the somewhat dickish Chuck, and all the while not realizing that his best friend Lane might be the one really for him, and was right there in front of his face the whole time. And other shenanigans, including the little brother tormenting, in the original movie, the mom, in this movie, both parents on Snow Day, as they all collide over the course of one long day off from school. So Snow Day, and otherwise, fuck the plot. So Snow Day is, I don't think I'm going to get that angry with it. Here's the thing about Snow Day. It's terrible. It is truly terrible. It is, the songs are, for the most part, are not memorable. They're not very good. The kids in this movie, the kid actors, and I'm sorry to all kid actors, I don't blame you. I blame Mr. Lembeck for his, and the screenwriters for their dialogue. The kids in this movie are all just so irritating, especially the actress who plays Lane. Now, I also should point out that I love the original Snow Day, and it's a minor cult movie. The thing about the original Snow Day is it high art? No. But the thing that made the original work is that I watched it not long ago. I watched it last year, and the thing about the original Snow Day is it has a lot of heart to it. It's a feel-good movie. It also, though, for a movie that came out 22 years ago, it has, almost 23 years ago, it has genuinely funny dialogue. Like, it's a genuinely funny movie. The characters are genuinely likable, and it also has kind of aged well. Like, it's actually really a solid flick. I'd highly recommend the original Snow Day, even for kids and adults. But this remake forgets everything that makes the original. And it starts off with the Lane character. Skylar Fisk played this character in the original film. Skylar Fisk was really lovable in that movie. She was underplaying it just enough. She was very believable. This girl, I don't blame her, but she really was bad. Like, the dialogue she had to do was really overly sitcom-y and snarky, and she kind of talked like this. The whole movie. The girl they get to play, Natalie, is really annoying. And the thing about the original, too, is the original girl played Natalie was Xena Gray. thing about Xena Gray's performance was she was a little bit irritating, but in that believable little sister kind of way, where she still was funny and she still was kind of giving a good performance. In this movie, this little girl, first off, she's not only irritating and kind of shrill. Her motivation, that's one of the changes from the original movie, is her motivation for this snow day is at a cross purposes with the motivation from the original. In the original snow day, Natalie's goal was, yes, to have a snow day and to have a second snow day. And the reason she wanted to take out the snowplow man was to do that for herself, but she was also doing it for the kids in the neighborhood. There was a reason for it. So at the end, when all the kids team up, they're rallying behind her because she's doing it so that the whole neighborhood can have a snow day. In the original movie, they establish that Syracuse hasn't had a snow day in a while in the movie. Whereas in this one, the beginning of the movie is the year before where they have a snow day. So it makes the whole thing ill-judged. And then when her reason in this movie, she's trying to get out of a test. She's trying to get out of a Spanish test. And she wants to get the second snow day for only the reason that it's the day before winter break, so they'll have a longer winter break. And she's doing it entirely to get out of having to do makeup classes during winter break. It's selfish. Her whole reasons for doing this has nothing noble behind it. It is literally just to get what she wants. It makes her look like a little turd. And then the rest of this movie is bad. The love story doesn't land because Claire's annoying, so you don't want him with her. And the other girl is really annoying, and you don't want her with it. The one kid who's okay in it is the kid who plays Hal. He's kind of bland, and he's not as good as Mark Webber, but he is not bad. He's a little too wide-eyed, does a little bit of that blinky, twitchy, Nickelodeon tween kid kind of thing. But he's not bad. He's not as annoying as the rest of them. He seems at least somewhat like a believable young man. But the rest of these kids are bad. Rob Huebel's in this movie. Rob Huebel is a really terrific comic actor. He was in Spontaneous, which was on my best of list 2 years ago. He was on Children's Hospital, which was one of the many great shows that Adult Swim has done. It's a very funny show. He knows what good writing is. I don't know why he's here as the dad. He has nothing to do, although that subplot actually is okay with Randy. He's not a weatherman, though, in this. Like, the Chevy Chase character in the original is not a weatherman. They're both just workaholics. Basically, the mom and the dad are both the mom character from the first one, and the weatherman thing doesn't come up. Probably because the movie's 75 minutes, the original was 90. I guess they wanted to cut that subplot out. But they're just business people. You know, that kind of thing, where you don't know what they do, but they're just business people. They're workaholics. That's all that matters. But... here's the thing. I'm not going to give Snow Day my middle finger of kindness, and there is one big reason for that. There is one thing keeping this movie from being at the top tier of the worst of 2022, and that is one thing. In fact, it's one person. Jerry fucking Trainor. Okay. Jerry Trainor is not only the best thing in this movie, it takes half the movie for him to show up. And then once he does, like coming in on angel wings, Jerry Trainor swoops in and is actually so good in this movie and so funny in this movie and does such a good job of easily stealing the scenes he's in that the sensation of watching this film is the equivalent of like having the worst kind of nightmare of a Nickelodeon tweens show from like the last 2 years that is occasionally interrupted for about 2 minutes of Jerry Trainor being funny and singing kind of the only good song in the movie, which is about how much he hates the kids. It's just actually kind of an okay song. And then, but the problem is that it's 77 minutes. He's in the movie, I would say, and this is the generous estimate, about 20 minutes of this movie. And he doesn't show up until, and it's all in the second half. But he alone, on the weight of his shoulders, gets this movie from 0 stars. And he single-handedly is the only reason I am giving Snow Day 1 star. Just 1 for Snow Day. But basically, without Jerry Trainor, if it was anyone other than Jerry Trainor, or if Jerry Trainor wasn't here at all, 0 star movie. 0 stars in every other department except for him. But he alone, single-handedly, gives this movie 1 star. Just for him. He's so funny. If you don't know who Jerry Trainor is, he's the brother on iCarly who's Crazy Steve on Drake and Josh. He's great. He is the one element of this that works. The one. And works well. Like, when he's on screen, I momentarily forget I'm watching a horrible piece of shit movie. He's like the one element where I'm like, okay, you're good. You are good. You are the one thing. Otherwise, Snow Day, but he's here, so it's fine. So yeah, that's it. 1 star for Snow Day. Let's close the book on it. Trailer trash, none. Watch it on Paramount Plus. Was there shawarma? Yeah, kind of. That's another thing. The end credits of this are weird because it's literally like this the songs, but then every once in a while you'll just hear random snippets of dialogue, and then painting. It looks like the characters are painted into the snow, but it's so bad that this actually got an unintentional laugh at me. The girl who plays Lane, there's like a still from the movie that they kind of do in this sort of drained out paint style, and it's so drained out, she looks like her face is melting off. Like she looks like a zombie. It's really weird. Yeah, this movie's bad. Anyway, yeah. Nickelodeon, you actually had 2 good movies this year, so you know what? 2 really bad ones. And also in case you're wondering, yes, fantasy football is worse than this. By a mile. It had no redeeming things about it. This had 1. That gives it 1 point over, but the Blue's Clues movie, really good. Paws of Fury, surprisingly really good. So, yeah, Nickelodeon's having an okay year, I guess, but this is not helping. Alright. That's it. We will be back. Also, don't touch Good Burger unless Keenan and Kel are involved in it. I mean it, Nick. Don't do it. Sequel, not remake. Or if you're going to remake it, have Keenan and Kel be involved. I'm not messing with you. I'm not screwing around. Don't do it. Anyway, yeah, that's it. So, we will be back either tomorrow or Sunday for Bardot, False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths. We will also have reviews coming up down the pike for Babylon, maybe The Whale if it comes to Edwardsville, and I Want to Dance with Somebody, Whitney Houston, I Want to Dance with Somebody, because they slightly altered the title. I forgot about that. And then more to come. That'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all. I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I love how class is missed. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does, but that's what you're supposed to do. Or so I've been told. If you want to find me elsewhere, reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, you can check me out on letterboxd.com at Raised on Popcorn with Grant. Twitter, I'm at Raised Grant. You can find me on Facebook, Raised on Popcorn with Grant. Serialized, I'm all one word, all lowercase, Raised on Popcorn. Check out my podcast, Raised on Popcorn with Grant, the podcast on Spotify and Anchor. Leave a comment even if it's, hey Grant, I like waffles, it really helps out. Some of you already have, but even if you haven't, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important, and I want to know down below, what did you think of Snow Day? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below, let me know. And until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Make mine with extra butter. I'll catch you guys next time. Take care. Bye.